Hey there, welcome to my Gemini friends. My name is Angel with Ninth House Collective. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. If you're new, how I like to use our time together is focusing on personal growth and development. How can we gain self-awareness or highlight things in our life that need changing for our highest good, right? To help us move through the energy month to month throughout the year more in flow. All right, guys, in addition to some tarot cards, which I will be asking for messages around what you need to release, what you need to welcome in, and what actions you can take. So we're going to be looking for messages in those areas. I'm going to close it out with a message from Moonology, and I'll also bring forth any messages about some chakra centers that might be beneficial to nurture for the month of February. All right, go ahead and take a deep breath in. What is it that my Gemini friends need to hear for their highest good, connecting only with the energies of the unconditional love, the highest of wisdom, and the utmost healing? Calling on our guides, our angels, only those of light. What is it that my beautiful friends need to hear in regards to the energy of February? All right, Geminis, let's see what we get here for you. What are your messages? So we have the Eight of Cups in its inverse manner. We have the Devil card in its upright manner. And we have the Nine of Wands in its inverse manner. Okay, so my Geminis, you have a major arcana here, and you have some cups, and you have some wand energy. So let's talk first about the Eight of Cups. Okay, it came in its inverse manner, but this cup is all about feeling like something's missing and really reassessing what it is you need to let go of, right? So the card in itself speaks to what the release is that you need to be focusing on right now, okay? So with this card, you see the moon and the sun, right? So there are some things that have been illuminated. There is some knowledge that has been gained, and even though you have done a lot of work around your cups, which typically means around your emotional security, and around your love and relationships, right? So you've done a lot of work around that. The sun is here, but the moon is also here. So something is missing. So we're going to kind of go through and kind of get a little more information on that, about what it is that's missing, right? In your emotional stability, in harmonious relationships, and how you give love to yourself and to others in an equal manner. The next card that presented is the Major Arcana, and the Devil card is not a scary card by any means, especially those of you, from a religious or like myself, Catholic upbringing, that were ingrained to think of the devil as some scary, demon and where you can go be persecuted. The devil energy really is just the energy of what it is that's chaining you and holding you back. It typically speaks to addictions, codependent relationships, and it's really about looking at things from a higher perspective and letting go of the chains that are causing that devil-like energy, which is one of restriction and feeling bound and tied, right? How can you transform that? Again, it's typically things to think about are going to be codependencies and addictions. And there's many different forms of addictions, right? So, but it's really about what it is that's holding you back, right? The first card spoke of you've had some progression, right? You're at the 8 already, and things, there's a lot of small successes along the way, Geminis, but something is missing and some things have been revealed, but there's still work to be done, and not all the information has been gained yet, right? This card here speaks to the Wounded Warrior, and it's in its inverse position. And when it comes in its inverse position, it speaks to like the sense of victim mentality of woe is me, right? I think there's a lot, of that is tied into the Devil devil energy card, right? Really unwinding, maybe where you may have played the victim within your life and not really taken accountability for certain things. So it's really, this is about our passions. Again, wands are about our passions and our deepest desires, right? Where have we maybe not lived up to our highest standards in those areas? This can be about relationships or about the thing, our purpose, or the things that we're really passionate about, right? Everybody has work to do. We are always, the wheel is always turning, right? The energy is always changing. And so there's never a time when we reach completion here. Like this is, it's a journey. So this is the energy we are in now in February. And grounding and your throat chakra are really going to be super, super important for my Geminis. And I'm going to speak on both centers briefly right now. So right now you're going on this quest of looking for really, what is it that's chaining me? What are some old ways of thinking, some old habits, some old behaviors? Some old ways of me overgiving of my energy or undergiving of my energy. When paired with this in its inverse, I really want you to think about maybe where you may have been stuck in a little bit of victim mentality because something was painful and you were still processing, right? It's not like this is just, these are just concepts and things to think on. Okay, so the two centers before I get off track. Grounding, right? That is our root chakra. That connects us with feelings of safety, security, and feeling supported in our material world. It is blocked by fear and worry and often correlates with the relationships we had with our early caregivers. Think parents, aunts, uncles, people that were your caregivers when you were most vulnerable. Okay, so there's some stories that need to be unwound there, you know. Maybe there are things that happened that were really horrible. It's time to forgive and move on and take accountability of where you may have gotten stuck in blame and anger, not discounting by any means any trauma or wrongdoings. Like it's just a way of shifting the story to not let it infect you and bother you anymore. That was that person's feelings to and karma to deal with, right? So it's transforming that and taking accountability of how you can take those lessons and do things differently. So the root chakra really correlates to looking at the experiences with our early caregivers and finding some forgiveness, some growth, and some expansion there, okay? So root chakra, fear and worry blocks it, right? Not feeling supported in life. It is often blocked by fears and worries, right? So that's the things I want you to think on: early caregiver relationships and writing a new narrative, right? So that you're letting go of the toxic parts that have been causing this devil energy, right? This block and these blockages, the things that have been like chains holding you back. Okay, let go of victim mentality, right? This person needs to flip the energy, right? From feeling like woe is me into I'm so strong, I'm so resilient. I chose so many lessons when I came to this earth that, you know, I am just so proud of myself. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, but this card does bring the message of encouragement to keep pushing forth, my Geminis, right? You can do this. So I love this, the way the messages are unfolding. The second center I wanted to talk on quickly is your throat center. That is our communication hub, and it also ties into our clarity, our clear mental processes, right? Clear thoughts, healthy thoughts, that kind of thing. Or it could be unhealthy thoughts, right? But it ties into the mental processes as well as our communication hub. So the throat chakra is best nurtured through journaling, and it is blocked by the lies that we tell ourselves. Some lies we may know, right? And we just make excuses, but some may not even be in our awareness yet, right? Like we're always learning and growing and evolving. So I want you guys to get really raw and honest with some things that may be correlated to your early caregivers and a victim kind of mentality that has kind of stunted you and been like this devil energy of maybe addiction or codependency or just things holding you back, right? So those are the messages for February, and we're going to jump in. You have your two centers to nurture. Again, root center, best nurtured by being in nature, connecting with nature. And your throat center, really journaling, getting clearer, writing in a story, like understanding why, you know, understanding more completely this missing piece, right? So those are the messages I'll leave you with in your Moonology message for my Geminis for February. Let's see what that reads. Think of this as a message from your highest self, highest vision and version you hold for yourself. Work through your fears, right? So that's really reiterating your root center and fears, right? This is also an energy of fear of gluttony, of addiction, of codependency, of things that hold you back, of worry, right? That is the energy of the devil, right? So those are the messages for you guys. And I really want you to work through your fears, work on your grounding, okay? And work on some journaling about what it is. Get really clear in your communication about what you want with clarity, right? And discernment. All right, guys. That's what I have for you this month. Remember, you are all spectacular creatures, so take the time to nurture you. Get out in nature and do some journaling. Catch you next month.